Most people try and change their lives by thinking harder, but real transformation happens inside of your subconscious. If you can impress the right idea deep enough, everything shifts. So, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step so you can finally see results where it matters most. So, you understand how to do it, I'm going to introduce the stick person so we have an image of the mind to work with. Look, if we're going to change your results, it's essential that you change what's going on in your mind. But when most people think of the mind, they think of the brain, right? But the brain isn't more of the mind than the fingernail is. You see, your brain is a manifestation of the mind. If I was to slice your body open and look for your mind, I would never find it because your mind isn't a physical thing, it's an activity. Okay, Dr. Furman Fleet created this concept, and my mentor Bob Proctor shared it with me. Now, at first, I thought it looked stupid and it was something that a kid would play with, right? But I'm telling you right now, this is by far the most powerful concept I've ever come across in my life, and it's made me and my clients hundreds of thousands. So I want you to imagine that this is you. Okay, the big circle is your mind, and this little circle is your body. Now, the mind is split into two. The top half is your conscious mind, and the lower half here is your subconscious mind. Now, I know psychiatrists and psychologists, they're going to tell you that there's more parts to the mind, and to be honest, that's probably true, but we only want to focus on two. Now, our conscious mind is our thinking mind. So, this is the part of the mind that gathers information, and hooked up to it, we have five senses. We can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Now, our conscious mind has the ability to accept and reject, and it's also where we have six higher faculties. We have perception, reason, memory, will, intuition, and imagination. Now, it's important to understand that we have this power that flows into our consciousness, and it's not good or it's not bad, it just is. Now, when this power flows into our consciousness, we use our reasoning faculty, which gives us the ability to think, to create images in our mind. Now, it's the image that we hold on the screen of our mind most often that eventually manifests itself into physical form. And I'm going to show you exactly why that is. Now, let's look at your subconscious mind. This part of our mind is our emotional mind, and its language isn't thoughts, it's feelings. Now, feeling is just a word that we made up to describe conscious awareness of vibration. So when you hear someone say that they're feeling bad, what they're really saying is that they're on a bad vibration. Now, an important part that you've got to understand is that the subconscious mind can't reject like the conscious mind can. It accepts whatever is impressed upon it, and it accepts it as the truth. Now, our body is the physical part of us, okay? That's the part of us that takes action. But really, it's just an instrument of our mind. Now, the body will only act on what your subconscious mind is emotionally involved with. Now, why would we want to impress an idea upon our subconscious mind? Well, if we think about the law of vibration, it decrees that we can only attract what we are in harmony with, okay? And it's our subconscious mind that controls our vibration. That's why I genuinely think that the most important task of anyone's life should be to change their subconscious mind, because we can consciously want more money, right? A better house or more clients. But if our subconscious mind doesn't accept it, we will never see these things manifest as results. So, how do you get your subconscious mind to accept a new idea? Well, if I'm honest, there's only one reliable way, and that's through repetition. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's look at the stick person again. Okay? It's the dominant thoughts that we hold in our conscious mind that we impress upon our subconscious, and they eventually take root. Okay? The subconscious then expresses those thoughts through the only way it can, through our body, in other words, our actions. Remember this, whatever is impressed must be expressed. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to get a sheet of paper and write down an area of your life that you are not happy with. Okay, this could be your income, and I want you to write it down in all of its negativity and be completely transparent and honest. Now, understand what you have just wrote is a written description of an idea that is fixed inside your subconscious mind. Now, you've also got to realize there's a law called the law of opposites, which states that everything in this world has an opposite. Right? You couldn't have a left without a right. You couldn't have a hot without a cold. You can't have a positive without a negative. Now you get another sheet of paper and you write down in present tense your income the way you would like it to be. Then you take the first sheet of paper with the results that you don't want, the negative ones, and you go outside and you burn it. Now, this might sound silly, but right now I'm giving you a license to be silly, so go and do it anyway. Okay? This isn't going to get rid of the negative idea that's in your subconscious mind, by the way. Okay? But it's symbolic. We're letting it go. Now, here is where it gets illogical. You've now got the sheet of paper with the positive result that you want. I want you to write it down 50 times in the morning and 50 times at night. Now, your mind might be saying, Joel, I don't want to do that. But constant spaced repetition is the only reliable way of getting your subconscious mind to accept a new idea. So go and do it anyway. Now, at first, you're going to think it's silly. You're going to be writing it and you're going to be thinking this isn't going to happen. Then you're going to start to think it's not so silly. Then you're going to start to believe it. And then you're going to watch it happen right before your eyes. You now know the exact action step that will get your subconscious mind to accept a new idea. But if you don't change your self image, none of this is going to stick. I just did a private masterclass for 25 entrepreneurs and I've shown them exactly how to do it. And you can watch it here right now so you can too.